Welcome to another edition of the Double Shot. Today we learned that the WIAA, for the first time in a century, approved a brand new sport statewide, girls flag football, which is,
Nice.
okay. I mean, it's not really a sport. That's a game.
What's not a sport? Flag football?
Flag football?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a game.
You happen to be talking to a flag football coach right now.
Yeah.
Assistant coach. I'm not technically the lead coach.
So
yet,
even
but
on a
maybe
game, you haven't
in a couple
gotten up to
years.
the point where you're the head coach.
They're all games. They're like it's a wonderful sport. You know what flag football is?
No,
Jason?
football is a sport.
No.
Flag football is a way around it to make it safer for people who can't participate in the actual sport.
Well,
And-
children, yes.
Yeah, children, but like T-ball is not a sport, it's a game. Baseball is the game.
No,
This
but you're
is
working your
T-ball.
way up to baseball.
Yeah, but this is T-ball for girls and for young women. The reason why they're not going to go with regular football is because it's dangerous. Because the whole idea of the WIAA having flag football for girls, ask them to define one. They're not going to be able to define one, right? Because part of the issue here is, and I think that this is really what this is about, this is a way to get trans girls to participate in football in a way that isn't inherently dangerous for the biological girls that they'd be competing against. You're not seeing the reverse, right? You're not seeing trans boys playing football. Why is that? Because they'd get hurt. And so I think that's what this is about. Or at least it's hard to completely separate out the grander controversial position that they've taken on trans athletes. You can't take it out of this.
It's interesting.
move.
It's interesting with the WIAA because they were the ones originally, what was it, like a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, who came out and they were saying that a third league.
Well, so no, it were the membership. It was the membership of WIAA representing a couple dozen of schools that took that position.
Mm-hmm.
They're members, and they said, "Hey, we want to move forward with these amendments." And then the WIAA said, "Okay, but we're not going to follow through if these are approved. We're going to pretend that this is illegal."
I was giving credit to the WIAA for doing something that I actually thought would have been kind of a useful thing.
So I'm all with you, and I would love to support them if that's what their position was, but it wasn't. It was actually the position of school boards like the Linden School Board District or Linden School District.
Well, then the Linden School District probably has it right if they want to create extra leagues, I think, so everybody can have fair play. That's great.
This is essentially an extra league, isn't it? But just for girls.
Well, no, because I coach a team that's we do have a girl.
Children.
Yeah, they're children. We have a one girl on our team. We have 13 players. We have one girl who's fantastic, and then we have 12 boys, and they get
Not fantastic. Why don't they get that?
Well, I felt like I wanted to give her a little extra credit because
we know. That's
she's the only girl on the team, and I think that's.
I don't see gender.
Oh, you don't see gender.
Apparently,
Okay.
the coaches do.
Well, no.
Sounds like that's all you see. You keep going off about the one girl.
No, let me just speak to the wider, the thing that I like about flag football is that it does give them the ability to play football and get some of the skill sets, the passing, the catching, the team stuff, without also having to focus on the hitting part. I'm surprised because the kids that we're playing with are like 9 and 10-year-olds. I'm surprised that a parent would put a 9-year-old in before they learned the other skill sets really well. I mean, like the tackling part. Vital, obviously, and you want to make sure that you're tackling the right way. And I mean,
but you're not tackling in this, which is why I consider it not really a sport. It's exercise. It's a game, right?
What do you?
Yeah, I mean, if you have to completely change,
it's not
key component of the sport. Well, what is football without?
Have you ever snapped a flag, Jason? Have you ever snapped a flag off?
I have. How's that for a rule? If you can do this as an adult, who's out of shape and not an athlete, it's not a real sport. Kind of like NASCAR.
And golf.
Actually, that's also not a sport, too. And by the way, you can't even walk. You have to take a little bit of...
You ride a tiny car?
Just
ride a tiny car around? And you have an assistant with you the whole time? What is that?
That's nonsense.
Easy.
We'll see you tomorrow. Hey, it's Jason Rantz here with Scott Rarucka from Legacy Group Capital. He's their CEO. So let's talk about someone who wants to invest in real estate. They don't quite know where to go, what to do, where to start, but they do know, obviously, that right now the market is really, really hot. So you're the place to do it. How do you help?
Yeah. So how we help is, we've been investing in the greater Seattle area for over 20 years. And we have a historical track record that we're super proud of. double-digit returns over time with no investor losses. And if you can find somebody else out there that's done that, you should probably talk to them. And how we really do it is we're lending on real estate, and we're also acquiring real estate and building it and developing it. All those things come out of a fund that people invest into. So there's lending and there's acquisition. And then we share in profits with all of our investors on both those activities. Jason, most people can't do that on their own. They're not going to go develop properties. They're not going to go be a bank and lend money. But they can jump in with us and they can be that developer and they can be that lender, but it's underneath our umbrella with a 20-year track record that's unparalleled to anything that you'll find out there. We've been told that we're one of the best kept secrets in the Pacific Northwest.
I don't want it to be a secret. I want everyone to know just about what it is you do. The Legacy Group Capital family of funds offer short-term 90-day investments at 7%. Longer-term investments, they've averaged double-digit returns. Just go to legacyg.com.